Hey everybody, and welcome to the channel. You know, I've spent a career getting dirty, sticking my nose in places most folks wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole. And let me tell you, I've seen my fair share of tough gigs, but today we're going deeper, way deeper, into the world of jobs that make your hair stand on end. We're talking about the men and women who stare down danger every single day. From the ocean depths to dizzying heights, we're diving headfirst into the most dangerous jobs out there. We'll meet the folks who do what most wouldn't even dream of, and we'll hear their stories firsthand. So buckle up, because we're about to meet some real-life heroes. They're the ones who keep the lights on, the buildings clean, and the world a little bit safer, all while risking their necks. Let's do this. You know, folks, there's something inherently mysterious about the ocean. It's vast, it's powerful, and it's teeming with life we barely understand. And frankly, it's a little bit terrifying. The deeper you go, the more alien it becomes. And for the brave souls who make their living diving into its depths, it's a daily dance with danger. They face the unknown every single day. We're talking about deep-sea divers, the underwater welders, the pipeline inspectors, the underwater construction workers, the folks who go where few dare to tread. They venture into the abyss armed with nothing but their skills and equipment. These are the folks who work in an office where the pressure can crush you, where the environment is as hostile as it gets, where the only light is the one you bring with you, and where every breath is a calculated risk. Every breath they take is a reminder of the thin line between life and death. One of the biggest threats these divers face is something called decompression sickness, or the bends. It's a silent, invisible enemy. It's a nasty condition that can happen when you surface too quickly, and trust me, it's not pretty. Imagine the worst case of the flu you've ever had. Multiply that by 10 and then throw in some crippling joint pain. Yeah, it's that bad. It can leave even the toughest divers incapacitated. And it's not just the bends they've got to worry about. We're talking about equipment malfunctions, which can be catastrophic underwater currents that can sweep you away in an instant. And let's not forget about the marine life. Sharks, barracuda, jellyfish, you name it, they've probably encountered it. These creatures can be both fascinating and dangerous. Now, I had the chance to chat with a seasoned deep-sea diver named Captain John, and let me tell you, this guy had seen it all. He shared stories that would make your hair stand on end. He told me about a time he was working on an oil rig, hundreds of feet below the surface, when a storm rolled in. The waves were crashing against the platform, the visibility was down to zero, and he was all alone down there. He said it was the longest hour of his life, waiting for the all clear to surface. But you know what? He went back down the next day. That's the kind of grit and determination these deep-sea divers have. They face their fears head-on, day after day. It's a testament to their courage and resilience. So next time you see the ocean, remember the brave souls who explore its depths. They are the unsung heroes of the deep, pushing the boundaries of human endurance and exploration. And they do it all with a sense of duty and passion that is truly inspiring. That's the kind of grit and determination these deep-sea divers have. All right, let's be honest. Who here has looked up at a skyscraper and wondered how in the world did they get that job? It's a question that crosses many minds, especially when you see them dangling so high up. Well, I'm here to tell you, it takes a special kind of person to be a high-rise window washer. It's not just a job, it's a calling for those who crave adventure and have a head for heights. These folks dangle hundreds of feet in the air with nothing but a harness and a prayer, all to keep our city skylines sparkling clean. It's a sight to behold, watching them work with such precision and care. It's a job that requires nerves of steel, a strong stomach, and a healthy respect for gravity. The sheer height and the constant exposure to the elements make it a challenging profession. One wrong move, one equipment failure, and it's a long way down. The risks are ever present and the margin for error is slim, but these guys, they take it all in stride. They move with a calm confidence that comes from experience and training. They'll tell you it's all about trust. Trust in your equipment, trust in your partner, and trust in your own abilities. This trust is built over time and is essential for their safety. Of course, safety is paramount in this line of work. It can that every piece of gear is checked and double-checked before they even leave the ground. Harnesses, lanyards, safety lines, it's all part of the daily routine. These tools are their lifelines, literally. But even with all the precautions in the world, there's always an element of risk. It's a reality they accept and prepare for every day.
I had the opportunity to speak with a young woman named Sarah, who's been a window washer for the past 5 years. Her stories are both inspiring and humbling. She told me about a time she was working on a particularly windy day, and a gust of wind caught her off guard, sending her swinging wildly from side to side. It was a moment of sheer terror. She said it felt like an eternity before she was able to regain control and secure herself back onto the platform. The experience was a stark reminder of the dangers they face, but you know what? She finished the job. Despite the scare, she pushed through and completed her task with the same dedication as always, because that's what these high-rise heroes do. They face their fears, they push their limits, and they get the job done no matter what. They are the unsung heroes of our urban landscapes, ensuring that our windows remain clear and our views unobstructed. Their bravery and dedication are truly remarkable.
Black gold and grit. The perils of oil rig life. We're heading offshore now to a world of steel and sweat, where the stakes are high and the work is even higher. This is a place where every decision can mean the difference between life and death. We're talking about oil rigs, those behemoths of the sea that keep the world running on black gold. These structures are marvels of engineering, standing tall against the relentless forces of nature. Now, working on an oil rig is not for the faint of heart. It demands physical strength, mental toughness, and an unwavering commitment to safety. It's a 24/7 operation, often in some of the most remote and unforgiving corners of the planet. These rigs are isolated, far from the comforts of home and civilization. We're talking scorching heat, bone-chilling cold, and let's not forget about the ever-present danger of explosions and fires. The environment is as harsh as it gets, testing the limits of human endurance. These roughnecks, they work long hours, they miss their families, and they put their lives on the line every single day. Their dedication is unwavering, driven by a sense of duty and camaraderie. But they do it because they are a different breed. They thrive on challenges and take pride in their work, knowing that they are the backbone of the energy industry. They're the modern-day pioneers, the ones who push the boundaries of what's possible. Their spirit of adventure and resilience is unmatched. One of the biggest risks on an oil rig is, of course, fire. Safety drills are a regular part of life, ensuring everyone knows what to do in an emergency. With all that flammable material around, one spark can turn into an inferno in the blink of an eye. The potential for disaster is always looming, and when you're miles from shore, help can be a long time coming. The isolation adds another layer of danger, making self-reliance crucial. I spoke with a grizzled veteran named Big Jim, who had been working on oil rigs for over 30 years. His stories are a testament to the grit and determination required to survive in this line of work. He told me about a time he was caught in a platform fire, flames licking at his heels as he fought to shut down a wellhead. His quick thinking and bravery saved not just his life, but the lives of his crew. He said it was like staring death in the face, but he kept his cool, he did his job, and he walked away with his life. His story is just one of many that highlight the courage of these workers. And that's the thing about these oil rig workers, they're survivors. They face danger head-on and come out stronger on the other side. They've seen it all, they've done it all, and they'll keep on doing it because that's what they do. Their resilience and dedication are what keep the wheels of industry turning day in and day out. Diffusing danger, the courage of bomb disposal experts. You know, folks, there are some jobs where a mistake doesn't just mean a lost contract or a missed deadline. There are jobs where a mistake can mean the difference between life and death. And there's no job that exemplifies that more than being a bomb disposal expert. These are the men and women who walk towards danger when everyone else is running away. They're the ones who stare death in the face, all in the name of keeping us safe. Talk about pressure. Imagine having a job where one wrong wire, one misplaced tool could be your last. These folks, they're wired a little differently. They're calm under pressure, they're methodical, and they have an almost superhuman ability to focus. They train for years, honing their skills, learning every type of explosive device imaginable. Also, they can disarm these deadly threats.
I had the privilege of speaking with a bomb disposal expert named Sergeant Davis, and he told me about a time he had to defuse a car bomb in the middle of a crowded city street. He said the pressure was immense, knowing that hundreds of lives were in his hands. But he took a deep breath. He blocked out the noise and the chaos. and he focused on the task at hand. And he got the job done. Because that's what these heroes do. They put their lives on the line so that we can live ours.
Into the fire. The bravery of wildland firefighters. When most folks see a wildfire raging across the landscape, their first instinct is to run. But for wildland firefighters, running towards the fire is all part of the job description. These are the brave souls who stand on the front lines of a raging inferno, risking their lives to protect our forests and our communities. It's hot, it's smoky, and the air is thick with danger. These firefighters work long hours, often in grueling conditions, battling fatigue, dehydration, and the constant threat of being overrun by flames. They're the unsung heroes of the wilderness, the ones who put it all on the line to protect what we hold dear. Wildland firefighting is a physically demanding job, to say the least. They hike for miles through rugged terrain, carrying heavy equipment, all while facing down walls of flame that can reach hundreds of feet high. They use chainsaws, axes, and shovels to clear fire lines, working tirelessly to contain the blaze and prevent it from spreading.
I had the opportunity to speak with a young firefighter named Mark, who had just come off a 24-hour shift battling a massive wildfire. He told me about the adrenaline rush, the camaraderie among the crew, and the immense satisfaction that comes with knowing you're making a difference. But he also spoke about the fear, the uncertainty, and the ever-present danger that comes with the job. He said it's not a job for everyone, but for those who are called to it, it's more than just a job, it's a calling.
Respect the risk. So there you have it, folks, a glimpse into the lives of some of the most dangerous jobs in the world. These are the men and women who face down danger every single day, the ones who run towards the fire when everyone else is running away. They're the deep-sea divers, the window washers, the oil rig workers, the bomb disposal experts, and the wildland firefighters. They come from all walks of life, but they share one thing in common: a willingness to do what needs to be done, no matter the risk. So, the next time you see someone in uniform, someone working at heights, someone facing down danger, take a moment to thank them. They're the unsung heroes of our world, and they deserve our respect and our gratitude.